don't you tell us your name, position, and in a nutshell, what you do at Domaille?
My name is Greg Schumacher. My position here at Domaille is technology development engineer. I am a mechanical designer that works on new projects that we develop here at Domaille Engineering for the fiber optic industry.
Greg, you have been here for 15 years. Take us through your career journey.
I started here as a tool maker, working on the wire EM and jig grinders out on the shop floor. I was out there for about 3 years and I started transitioning into product development. And shortly thereafter, I moved into manufacturing engineering. I was primarily manufacturing engineering for 5 years and then transitioned kind of completely over to the product development side of the business. And I've been doing that for the last 7 years. Starting out on the shop floor gave me a lot of knowledge of how the parts are made, what it takes to make the parts. And I really take that and put that into my designs. I'm always thinking about how the part's being made as I'm designing the model. I want to make sure that it's not only able to be made, but it is also able to be made fairly cheaply. If you make a complex part, it's going to be a lot more expensive, and that means less profit for us. So I'm always trying to think of what's the best way to make it as I'm drawing the part. I work with 2 other guys in product development. One of them, John, is an electrical engineer. Dennis has a wide variety of background in developing software to control the different machines and control systems. We also work with everybody on the shop floor, trying to gain knowledge on how to put it together, how to make the parts the best way they can be made. We work with sales staff who are in direct contact with the customers, who are giving us the feedback we need to move forward and make our products the best they can be.
What kind of education did you have when you started?
2-year technical diploma from Alexandria Technical College for tool making. Most of it was on-the-job training. I went to a couple week-long classes for SolidWorks to extend the training in SolidWorks, but I've had some other CAD and CAM software experience in the past, so it was kind of an easy transition.
So Greg, why is manufacturing a viable career industry?
Manufacturing is, not going to go anywhere. It's getting more technical and more advanced every day to make parts better, faster, and they're involving more robotics every day to speed up the process and remove kind of the human interaction. Product development really gives you the freedom to think and come up with your own ideas and think of something that's never been thought of before. No, I mean, I really enjoy engineering right now. I've transitioned out of quite a few things, and I'm really haven't fully stepped out of it. I'm still brought out when there's questions on certain machines that I did run very well, 10, 12 years ago, and they're still asking me questions. So I don't ever seem to be taking hats off. I just keep putting more on.
So what is it about Domaille that keeps you there?
There's a great work environment here. There's great staff that, that is very knowledgeable and great to work with. We do a lot of cool, new, exciting stuff. We're always pushing the envelope and developing new equipment and new ideas. We're always encouraged to come up with new stuff and bring our ideas forward and listen to and rewarded for that as well. We got a great team. There's a lot of knowledge that, in the manufacturing, all the guys on the floor have a lot of knowledge of what they're doing. They pass that on to the younger people coming in and to keep everybody trained. And so we're doing kind of what's the best practice that we can do. We have engineers that have several different backgrounds between manufacturing, electrical, thermal, that kind of bring everything to the table. And then they share, and we can do some very diverse projects.
So what advice would you give a student who is in their after graduation decision-making stage?
I would say, be open to all opportunities. Don't kind of exclude stuff out of your path. Be open to options that, might not be your original path and could lead you somewhere that could be better. I'm definitely not where I expected to be when I graduated college, and I think I'm better for it. And I've, been open to a lot of different opportunities, and I've learned a lot along the way. The worst thing I developed, probably the cleaning station that never really seemed to work very well. It was a cleaning machine that was able to clamp onto the polishing fixture to clean it in between steps. But there was kind of too many flaws to really start with and get a good concept that would work well. So that one kind of is still sitting on the shelf.
So success and failures.
Sure. Don't be afraid to speak up and share your thoughts, and you might not always have the right answer, but when you're brainstorming with other people, it might lead somebody else to the final answer. So it's always good to be open and voice your thoughts and be able to build on somebody else's as well.
Perfect. Great. Thank you, Greg.